back to our sweet home Africa. I am glorynezemma.
And I am Augustina Anyanwu. Welcome back to our sweet home Africa.
Alright, so today we have another great topic. You know that?
Oh, you go ahead and give it to us. Let's hear it.
It's a great topic. It's called African Glamour Girls.
Whoa. Okay. All right.
I know a lot of people will be wondering, who are these African Glamour Girls? I am telling you, all African young girls, they're all glamorous. So when we say African Glamour Girls, we mean all the African girls that live in Africa everywhere and in diaspora.
Okay.
Yes, because they look, have you seen them? Especially the young ones in diaspora. They look so expensive and so glamorous. All right, so that's what we'll dive into today. I know we called it African Glamour Girls, but at the same time, we're focusing on the financial west of our young ones.
Oh, wow.
Yes, so that's where we're heading. Our young ones, especially the girls. They look beautiful, like we said. But it looks like they use so much money because a lot of them work so hard in diaspora. The last time we addressed the young boys and the young men, but the girls are wasting so much money looking glamorous. So let's look into it and then advise them on some areas that they will cut down so that at least they can save some money and be able to help their husbands or be able to help rebuild Africa. All right, so my dear friend.
My dear.
You've seen the young ones in diaspora.
Oh, yes, so I've seen them.
You've seen from head to toe. I think we'll start from head. From the wig to the eyelashes to the nail polish, you name it, from head to toe. So in terms of the wig, my dear friend, I know most of us are wearing wig, but many of us are a little bit older. You know, it breaks my heart actually. I mean, it's a serious topic when I see young ones, like in their 20s, wearing wig. And I keep on wondering, I mean, why are they wearing wig at this very young age when they're supposed to grow their hair? And I mean, so we started thinking about it actually in diaspora, because actually when we came here, we had very long hair. But because of their climate and because of their water, that most of us started losing our hair for one reason or the other, and we started wearing wig. But what about our young ones? Because even when they take out the braids, they're losing their own hair too. So have you seen some of them?
My dear, the topic, let me go back to it. You call it African Glamorous Girls. So you need money to look good. You know, it's an add-on because I know naturally they are beautiful. So, but being that this is the age and time when other, their friends from school or co-workers, they try to fit in. They try to measure up when it comes to that. But the side we're looking at is wasteful spending. Exactly. When it comes to what they put on and how they dress. Yes, I've seen their hair. Yes, there are different hairs. Some of them do the weave-on. Some of them do the real wig.
Wait, how much does those hair cost? I know. So how much do they usually cost?
It depends especially on the quality that you want. Because if you want the real human hair, that's an expensive, very expensive hair. And they try to save. Because of that, they have to order it directly from manufacturers because it's an expensive hair. It's not. Some of them cost more than $400.
$400?
$200. It depends on the quality you want.
Okay.
Then if you want to go to the local area and get what you want, the price is different too but you got to know what you're buying. They're looking for quality. Because when you go for quality, it's durable. Because you can wash it and it's still the same way that it is. So yes, there is a wasteful spending there because a lot of them have neglected their hair.
Exactly. That's the word, neglect.
They neglected their hair because now they depend on wig. Why they depend on wig too is that some of them want to wear the red hair, the blonde hair, the black hair, the brown hair. So because of that, to match what they have on, they neglect their own hair. Okay. But I know sometimes they dye their hair. I know there was a time some of them dyed blonde. Before you come back, they put it back black. So to me, I look at it as wasteful spending too, because they're trying to match whatever they have on and where they're going, and it become a chore for them. It become
and a competition.
Yes, it become a chore because a whole lot of them take care of this hair to the extent they don't know any other thing around them. So you go ahead, my dear. What other topic? What other subtopic?
Actually, let me stay on the hair a little bit.
Okay.
Because I know, I mean, we're all women, so I think the young girls might be wondering, why are these women talking about this?
Older women.
All right. So actually, the reason we're talking about this is this. Like we said, we compare what our own people are doing in comparison to what the Westerners are doing to save money. All right. So in terms of the hair, what we're saying is that we're older people and we have reason, actually. Many of us, like we said, because of the climate and everything, lost our hair and we started wearing wig. But you're young and you have a long way to go. And many of you will get married. So most of the time, a lot of young men, I'm sorry to put it this way, they're looking for women with natural hair. I know sometimes they like the glamorous ones too, which is fine. But my point is this: if we are really having problem with our hair, why don't some of you start thinking of how to bring out products that will be good for our hair?
Yes.
So that your hair will not be breaking. I know most of you like to braid your hair, and then after a while, the tip of the hair, I mean, like the front, will start breaking, and we all complain. And then some of us complain that the products that we use in in the Western world, is not good for us. But at the same time, when they make those products, they make it for themselves so that it will be okay for their hair.
Yes.
So why don't our African entrepreneurs and people start thinking of what we can do to make our hair look good, if that's what we want?
That's right.
So that's what we're saying. I mean, it will save us a lot of money because people are wasting so much money with this. So when we come up with so many things that can help our hair, then we'll patronize the person and then, at least cut down on those expenses. So that's one thing. All right, the eyelashes.
The eyelashes, okay.
All right, with the eyelashes, it goes back to what we're saying. It's almost like, we have to be proud of who we are. I'm not saying that it's not good to put makeup and everything. I love it myself too.
I love it.
But let it not be the center of our life, that we have to look like somebody else. I mean, we are created differently. We look differently. So if you have to make up to look good, fine. But not to disguise yourself to look like other people. So that's our point. You see, this is our sweet home Africa. So we're trying to give our people self-esteem. Actually, that's one person, that's a beautiful lady from Africa that won Miss Universe. And, she puts makeup. But when you look at her, she looks exactly how she was created and just, put like a little bit of something.
Yes.
So what we're saying is just like, don't let it be center of your life. Instead of focusing your energy and everything on how to do this here and there, use that, think of other things, because the people in diaspora, you have all of them that are creative. They're designing things, they're doing things. But don't waste so much of your time thinking of the glamour aspect of life. So you become a consumer and you don't want to be part of the ones that are creating things. You can bring out those products and then we'll buy them too. So that's my point with that. I know the eyelashes, I didn't even go deeper. Yes, I don't know if you have something to
eyelashes. What about some of them not wearing glasses and now
the contact lens?
The contact.
Oh, I call it the fish eye.
Some of them now I know that some of them put it just so they can see better.
Okay.
Especially, if you have a blurred vision.
Okay, that one is a necessity.
You wear glasses, but the fact is that some of them do it as fashion. They have that color of eye, like you said, the fish.
The blue one.
The fish eye. So the point I'm trying to make there is that we have to be careful too.
Yes. For health reasons.
Yes, for health reasons and, for older age sake. Because there will be a particular time in life you already mess up something in the name of trying to look different or look, better than any other person that is within your group. So when we are doing that, that's we look at it like unnecessary expenses. That money, if nothing is wrong with your eyes,
that's true.
So you shouldn't be doing that. That money you can save it for something else, for later time, for rainy season. The money can be saved. Don't be dependent. We cannot. If your parents, all of us that are first generation, if we live from paycheck to paycheck, and you are so fortunate enough you still live with your parents, you are not supposed to be living from paycheck to paycheck.
That's true.
Because you want to sit home and order from this, I can say Amazon, wherever you order from. That's all you want to do with your phone. That's not what your phone is for. It's so convenient. But you have to budget yourself and know, like, if I don't buy this, will I still be okay? If the answer is yes, you leave it alone. Then, as my friends, as we said a little earlier about the hair, if you want to wear a wig, 1 or 2 is fine.
And wash them. You can wash them and reuse them.
Yes, 1 or 2 is fine. Then, about developing our own products, yes, the products here might not have been made for us. But now we have people that did biology as a major.
Exactly.
We have different people. Africans, we have people that studied and know what to do. You can make your own products. Either hair product, whatever your own, that you want to make. It can be cream. Because, where we come from and all that. You study that, you make it, and then we can be sponsoring you. And then you become your own entrepreneur, like my friend said. So, your eyes, your eyelashes, and some of them, they trade it. You know this one, they trade it now. So that you don't need to do any other thing. You go there, they do it. It's an imprint. So we got to be careful too. So because we don't myself, I don't trust most of those things because we don't want to create some kind of sickness or infection without knowing what we are getting. I know we're in the age of, the age people do anything in order to act smart or outdo somebody else. Exactly. But we got to be careful.
All right, so actually, once again, why we're addressing this is not, it's good to look glamorous, like we said. Actually, if anybody wants to make us up, they can still make us up. So it's not what we're saying. What we're saying is that, like we said, in diaspora, some of the young girls that you see, I mean, their parents are wealthy already, but most of us are first generation like my friend said. Yes. Especially even the ones in Africa, that their family, they are still struggling, especially the students. They're still struggling to pay your school fees. And then every money that you're getting, actually, it takes me to another angle. Because that's why some of the girls are going into different lifestyles, into prostitution and everything, just to get money to look glamorous. I mean, if you can afford it, fine. But what we're saying is just like cut down on it. And don't let it push you to lifestyles that are not good just because you want to look glamorous. I mean, you're beautiful the way you are. If you need a little makeup, it's fine. But you don't have to go out of your way. It's almost like it's like you don't appreciate yourself. You don't appreciate what you look like. You just have to look like somebody else. We all have to have long hair. We have to be blonde. We have to be this. And unfortunately, actually, when you look at other cultures, I think we are the only race that really, superimposes other people's culture on ourselves. And what we're saying is this: don't let it be center of your life, because I mean, you can do it, but it shouldn't define who you are all the time. So, my friend, I don't know.
We didn't get to their nails.
Oh, yeah. The nails.
So,
exactly.
Yeah, the nails are good to do. And some of us do it if we have special occasions. But doing your nail is not going to define who you are. Because everything is not meant for everybody. I have seen people that did it when, by the time they want to take it off, their own nail come out.
Exactly.
You understand? So and sometimes, that means everything is not meant for everybody. Some people can do it, it's okay with them, but we just have to be careful too. When you're putting it and you cannot zip up your clothes because it's a foreign body on your hand now. You can't zip up your clothes, you can't unbutton your shirt, you can't open a can of soda. And then how are you cleaning yourself as a woman? That's a question. So we need to be very careful what we use our own money and our time to go sit there and ask somebody else to put it on us. So we just have to be careful. I don't know what
unfortunately, do you know that most of the people that put it on us, their own nails are not that glamorous.
Don't do it.
Exactly.
They don't put it on themselves.
Exactly. So I mean, there's so many things you can do with your money. So many things. You can help your family members. if you don't have anything to do with that money. Or you can help yourself, like we said. The young ones that you see here in the Western world, I'm telling you, from other races, they have a lot of savings in their account.
Mm-hmm.
So when you see them, most of the time we just want to follow their lifestyle. We're always copying things. If you're copying what they're doing, actually, if you have some of them as friends, ask them how much they have in their account. And a lot of them have invested in housing. They have saved money for so many things.
Mm-hmm.
Even the cars that they buy it cash because they saved a
right.
lot. But many of you, like, because maybe their parents were wealthy.
Or their great-grandmother left something for them.
Exactly.
You cannot follow everybody.
Don't follow them like, don't follow people like that,
else.
especially in diaspora.
Yes.
You know, you just have to save your money. You have a long way to go. Eventually, many of you will have children. So you will need that money to raise your children. That's what we're saying. Well, because it's getting out of hand with the buying and buying. They buy nails, fake nails. They buy fake eyelashes. They buy fake hair. We buy fake toenails.
That's the point, because like I said, we being the first, let's say if your parents are the first generation, they struggle so much, and you have all the freedom and the liberty you get because they sacrifice. If somebody made such a sacrifice for you, and you're fortunate enough to finish school, get a job, as my friend said, you can invest it in buildings or any other thing so that
it can give you more money.
You can retire early.
Exactly.
You don't have to work up until you're 60 or 67. Because as time goes by, if you decide to have your own home, children come in one way or the other, you don't want to be doing two jobs in order to help them. By then, you will live comfortably and be able to pay their school fees so they don't have to go and look at financial aid or look at loans and be in debt. I know some of you have a whole lot of debt that you have to pay due to loan
exactly.
you took. So as you do that, but there is a little drops of water will make a mighty ocean. You don't have to save a whole paycheck. You don't have to say, oh, okay, I have a green shoe, let me go buy a blue one. I have a blue one, let me go buy a white one. So all those things, there are 2 or 3 main colors you will buy. No matter what you have on, that will serve the purpose of whatever you put on. So, right?
Yes, my friend. Yes, actually, we're done.
The shoes. I'm talking about the shoes.
Oh, the shoes. Actually,
yes.
I didn't go into the shoe area.
I'm talking about the shoes. Like if they go and buy, there are some basic colors they can buy. No matter what they have on.
Exactly.
They will be able to match with it. You don't buy green, light green, right? Yellow, light yellow. Whatever you want to make sure you clear the whole shoe store. It doesn't go like that. So...
All right.
Advice for them.
And you know, actually, once again, this is like a motherly advice. That's what we're giving you. It doesn't mean that you can buy as many shoes as you want, but look at what is ahead of you. Like we said, people in diaspora, look at what is ahead of you. You have so much to do, even in your own family. Not to talk of what you need to do in Africa. I know most of the time we talk to the men. Oh, men, you have to rebuild Africa. You have to rebuild Africa. It's also in the hands of women.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can save money, even you can join hands with some of your friends. I know we have a lot of charity work in Africa, though we don't talk about charity all the time, because I believe that Africans themselves, we can rebuild Africa. Even if it doesn't mean coming outside to continue to beg for money outside. So you can, the young ones, you can equally do what the older ones are doing.
Yes.
Join hands with your friends. See people that you can lift up in Africa. And then go there and establish things. I mean, we have people, Oprah went to Africa to build schools. So all of you can save your money and then see what you can do in Africa instead of just wasting it on the glamorous lifestyle.
What about cars? They lease cars too. It's not only the guys.
I know. The young girls are doing the same thing that the boys are doing. Yes.
They lease cars. So leasing a car, after 3 years, you give it back to the owner. So think about it, either to buy it outright, what you can afford, and know the car is yours when you finish paying for it. Or leasing a car that just come out 2020, you run and go get. 2019, you get. Every year that come out, you want to get. This is how it goes. The same thing goes with iPhone, iWatch, anything.
Exactly.
Let's know that certain things are not meant for you. Once you get it, if it's still working, if it's not broken, my dear, please do not fix it. All right?
Good.
If it's not broken, don't fix. That's how it is. Check what you want. Don't worry about what somebody else is doing, what another person have in their hand, because your family might not be the same as theirs. Some children have it more, have it mad. Do not copy the negative all the time. Make sure you copy something that is right. And in this world, once you look around, you're still better than somebody else.
That's true.
There's people that don't even have a phone, but you have one. Please appreciate what you have. Be self-contented so that we can be able to save and be able to bless somebody else.
Yes. Okay, so to cap it. Actually, I know most of you love beautiful weddings. And yes. Actually, in diaspora, because why we bring this up once again, I know I've said it over and over, is because we've lived in this part of the world and we have seen people from different cultures.
Yes.
I mean, I've met a lot of Indian families, I've met a lot of European families, and then I talk to them in terms of their culture, how their children are making it and how they're doing so well. So some of them shared some information, which is one of the reasons that we started this show, so that we can share some of the information that we know that will help our own people. All right, so the young ones with the wedding, what we said about saving money. Once you graduate from college, start saving money. I know you like glamorous wedding, which is beautiful. But if you save your money, instead of using it, like I said, instead of eyelashes, you buy like 10 fake eyelashes, you buy 20 wigs, you buy 40 shoes, you do your nails every week. Those money you can save and then use it towards your wedding. It will help a long way. And then your husband and you will start family right away. Because the other cultures that I just mentioned, that's what they do. As soon as they graduate, I mean, they're not too much into this lifestyle of, I have to please people. They're not. They save their money, and once they get married, they move into a condominium. They will buy it with the money that they have saved. And then the next thing, they will buy a house and they start life. So that's why you see them that life is a little more easier for them in the Western world, because they plan it very well. So actually, that's why we're bringing this advice. We're not saying that it's not good to look beautiful, but don't waste your money trying to impress people. Impress yourself by saving your money.
That's right.
So that's the end of our show today. I don't know if you have more things to say, my friend.
All I tell them, make sure you budget, please. Yes. Budget your money. You work so hard for it. Please budget. Once you budget, you cannot spend your money within 1 week. You will make sure you have some set aside in case. All right? So that's about it, my friend.
That's true. Yes. So thank you once again, especially the young ones. Thank you for taking time to watch us. Spread this word to your friends. Yes. And like my friend always say, subscribe.
All
right, and watch us again next week at our Sweet Home Africa.
Thank you so much.
And God bless you.
And continue to forward your questions, any concern, topics, whatever it is, send it to us. And as you know, we will take time and we get to you. All right. So if we have not gotten to you yet, please don't think we forget. We're going to get in touch. All right. Thank you so very much, and
God bless you.
Yes.